2013 calculator paper question 24. Alex spent 85% of his money on a surfboard and the surfboard cost $340. How much money did Alex have left after he bought the surfboard? Pause the video and attempt the question. Okay, now in this question, we're told that 85% of his money is spent on the surfboard and the surfboard costs $340. Therefore, 85% of his money is $340. Now, using the unitary method, we actually want to work out, either we can work out the total money that he had in the beginning, so we'd try and work out 100%. So to work out 100%, we know what 85% is. 85% is $340. So we need to work out 1% first. And if you divide 85 by 85, you get 1%, and we can divide 340 also by 85. And if we do that, we will get that 1% is $4, because using your calculator, 340 divided by 85 is $4. Now, 1% is $4, so therefore we can work out what 100% is. So to go from 1% to 100%, we can multiply by 100. So if 1% is $4, then 100% will be 4 times $100, which is $400. So, in other words, he started off with $400. He's just spent $340 on his surfboard, so the amount of money that he will have left is 400 minus 340, which is $60. Okay, so we've put $60 there in the box. Question 25 of the 2013 calculator paper. This scale diagram shows a footbridge crossing over a road. So this is the footbridge crossing over the road. We notice that it's 2 squares wide. Now the width of the road, sorry, this is the footbridge here, and this is the width of the footbridge. Now we're told that the width of the road, now this is the road, the width of the road is 7 meters, and we're asked to find out the width of the footbridge. Now, what we can, you can pause the video and attempt the question. Now, we know that the width of this road is 7 meters, and if we look at this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares here is equivalent to 7 meters. So, like I said, 5 squares is equivalent to 7 meters. Now, we know that the width of the footbridge is 2 squares. So we know that 5 squares is 7 meters. We're going to use the unitary method again, where we work out what 1 square is. So if 5 squares is 7 meters, 1 square will be 7 divided by 5, which is 1.4 meters. But the width of the footbridge is 2 squares, so 2 squares will be double, or 2 times 1.4, which is 2.8 meters. Question 26 of the 2013 calculator section. The total mass of 2 bacteria is 5.4 times 10 to the minus 12 grams, and the mass of one of them is 5 times 10 to the minus 13 grams. What is the mass of the other? Pause the video and attempt the question. Now, if the total mass of the 2 bacteria is 5.4 times 10 to the minus 12, and the mass of one of the bacteria is 4 times 10 to the minus 13, then this 4 times 10 to the minus 13 plus something else gives 5.4 times 10 to the minus 12. Which means, to work out what the mass of the other bacteria is, you do the mass of the 2 bacteria, which is 5.4 times 10 to the minus 12, and take away the mass of one of them, which is 4 times 10 to the minus 13. And if you put that into your calculator using the EXP button, so you go 5.4, then press the EXP button and press negative 12, take away 4, press the EXP button again, and then press negative 13. Now, on some calculators, there isn't an EXP button. There is a times 10 to the power of X button, I think. So on those, you would press 5.4, press the times 10 to the power of X button, and then press negative 12, minus 4, then press the times 10 to the power of X button, and press negative 13, and press equals. So our answer is 5 times 10 to the minus 12, which is this first answer up here. Question 27 in the 2013 calculator paper. All of the triangles in this pattern are similar. The bottom sides of the smallest and largest triangles form a straight line. So for example, this little angle in here, I'm going to put little dots. So this little angle, sorry, actually no. This is the bottom of the largest triangle, and here is my little smallest triangle there, and the bottom of that smallest triangle form a straight line from there to there. You have to find the size of the angle marked A there. Pause the video and attempt the question. Okay, now if notice we've got a right angle triangle here. There's your right angle. If this angle here is A, then this angle where the dot is would be 90 minus A. So I'm just going to put that in. Now I'm going to indicate this 90 minus A with a little dot. Okay. Now remember, all these triangles are similar. So this large triangle is similar to this triangle, the second triangle, which is similar to the third one and the fourth one and the fifth one. Now we're going to try and mark in which are the corresponding angles in these similar triangles. So if this angle here is alpha or A, and notice this triangle this next one's smaller and it just seems to be rotated that way. So this angle up in this corner would be A, which means that this angle down here would be 90 minus A. Now I'm just going to put a dot for the 90 minus A instead of writing 90 minus A, because I really don't have the room to put it there. And this other angle up here would be A, and the other remaining angle in that third triangle would also be 90 minus A. So I'm going to put a dot there. And in the fourth triangle, in that little corner there, I've also got 90 minus A. And then the last triangle, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit it in there, but this other little dot in this corner here is also 90 minus A. So it appears that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles that are all 90 minus A, and those 5 angles, if I look all the way around there, make up a straight line. So therefore we can say that 5 lots of 90 minus A is equal to 180. So 5 bracket, or lots of 90 minus A is equal to 180. Now we can solve this by expanding the bracket. So 5 times 90 is 450, and 5 times A is 5A. So we've got 450, and they're both positive, so we've got positive 450. Then we've got 5 times minus A is minus 5A. So 450 minus 5A is 180. We can now then take this 180 over to this side. So we'll have 450 take away 180 and add 5A to both sides. So therefore, taking this 5A over to the other side, we get 450 minus 180 equals 5A. And we know that 450 minus 180 is 270. So 270 equals 5A, or 5 times A. Therefore, A is equal to 270 divided by 5, which is 54. So therefore, the size of the angle marked A is 54. Even though we've used 90 minus A in this, we've actually solved for A anyway, which is actually working out this angle over here. Question 28 of the 2013 calculator paper. Nick stacks shopping trolleys. Here we can see he has stacked a stack of 3 trolleys, has a length of 180 centimetres. So we can see we've got 1, 2, 3 trolleys, and that's 180 centimetres. And a stack of 7 trolleys, just counting them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just counting the handles there. So a stack of 7 trolleys has a length of 340 centimetres. What is the length of a similar stack of 10 trolleys? You can pause the video and attempt the question. Now, if we look at this first stack of trolleys, there are 3 trolleys there, and this second stack of trolleys, there are 7 there. So the difference between the 2 stacks of trolleys is that this second stack has 4 extra trolleys. So the 4 extra trolleys add an extra length of 340 minus 180 centimetres, which is 160 centimetres. So I'll just bring that up there. So what we can see is that 4 extra trolleys gives us an extra length of 340 minus 180, which is 160 centimetres. So looking at this, we could work out the length that 1 extra trolley gives us. So 1 extra trolley would, if 4 trolleys are 160 centimetres for the 4 extra trolleys, then 1 extra trolley gives us 160 divided by 4, which is 40 centimetres. Now, we need to know the length of 10 trolleys. Now this stack of 7 trolleys, if we just add an extra 3 trolleys to that stack, we will end up with 10 trolleys. So to get 10 trolleys, we'll use the 7 trolleys and add 3 extra trolleys. So if 1 extra trolley is 40 centimetres, then 3 extra trolleys will be 3 times 40, which is 120 centimetres. So the length of the stack of 10 trolleys, see 10 trolleys is 7 trolleys plus 3 trolleys. Our 7 trolleys is 340 centimetres. Our extra 3 trolleys, the extra 3 trolleys I need to put, plus 3 extra trolleys. I'll just fix that up. So once again, the 10 trolleys will be formed by having these 7 trolleys plus 3 extra trolleys, which is 340 centimetres plus the 120 centimetres. Now 340 plus 120 is 460 centimetres. So the answer to this question is 460 centimetres. Question 29 of the 2013 calculator paper. The mass of a wedge-tailed eagle is 5.76 kilograms and its wingspan from there to there is 2.32 metres. A rule that can be used to approximate the wingspan of an eagle from its mass is as follows. W equals square root of m, where W is the wingspan in metres and m here is the mass in kilograms. The question is, what is the difference in centimetres between the eagle's actual wingspan and the wingspan predicted by the rule? You can pause the video and attempt the question. Now, looking at this question, we need to use the rule to work out the approximate wingspan based on the mass given. We know that its actual wingspan is 2.32 meters, but we're going to use this mass of 5.76 kilograms, put it into this formula here for m. So m is 5.76 kilograms, and work out what the formula says the wingspan should be, and then we're going to compare it with the actual wingspan, which is 2.32 meters. So m equals the mass is 5.76 kilograms. The wingspan predicted by the formula, and we'll write down what that formula is, wingspan W equals square root of m, which equals the square root of 5.76. If you enter that in on your calculator, you will get 2.4 meters. Now, comparing that to the actual wingspan of the wedge-tail eagle, so the actual wingspan is 2.32 meters. Now, subtracting these two distances, so the difference is 2.4 minus 2.32, and doing that on your calculator, you'll get 0.08 meters. So the difference is 0.08 meters. Now the question says, what is the difference in centimeters between the eagle's actual wingspan and the wingspan predicted by the rule? So we need to change this measurement to centimeters. So to go from meters to centimeters, we know that there is 100 centimeters in a meter, so we will multiply by 100. So 0.08 meters is equal to 0.08 times 100 centimeters, which is 8 centimeters. So the answer to this question is 8 centimeters.